To be honest, I never thought I would actually end up with such an old bonsai. This bonsai has been sitting for years. It has been forgotten and was quite overgrown, but still you could see the character. So today we are actually bringing it home and placing it in front of our new house. And even though this is just the first step, it really feels like the start of something very special. Let me show you how we've managed to bring it back here and where we've been actually getting it from. As well as at the end of the video I want to show you 5 more items we've been also getting from the neighbors, which are pretty cool. So let's go and have a look. Our Toyota Hiace van would maybe be a little bit too small, so we asked Yukari's father if we could borrow his keitruck. These cars are just so useful and cool. Like you're so close to the floor and everything. I don't know, it's just so fun. And it's really enough space, kind of like, I mean, if I sit straight. The reason we came in contact with the people who gave us the bonsai is because we one day met an older couple while looking for a house. We asked them if they would know anyone, and immediately were very helpful. They are organic farmers for many years and were willing to teach us how to make bokashi. When actually learning and being there, they asked if we still need a shelf for our new house, because they knew someone who moves out. We went to the people, got a shelf, which I will tell you more about later, and then met the neighbors, who had more things left in the house, next to theirs. Long story short, we met amazing people, who then introduced us to more amazing people. And now back to actually picking it up.
Can we get kana?
The bonsai was growing roots through the pot and the piece of wood that was on the floor into the soil.
何歳ぐらいなんですかね、この木。ねえ。
We had to cut the roots before we were able to lift it, but luckily the owner had some really nice saws. Not like me, who came pretty unprepared.
あ、すごい。大丈夫そう。なんかこの前全然動かなかったんで、100キロぐらいあるのかなと思って。
Because when we came the first time, we already tried to lift the tree, but couldn't move it at all. This time we didn't think about that the roots are growing into the soil, and that was the reason why we couldn't move it. So this is definitely not how to lift a tree, from my side. I almost broke my back doing what I did there. While removing the tree, we asked the owner if they know how old this tree actually would be. And she wasn't really sure, but she said it was definitely standing more than 10 years already in this spot. And at that time the tree was already a similar size to what it is now. She also mentioned that it was a present to her father from a real bonsai master. Also lucky that there was a rope on Yukari's father's keitruck, which we could then use to connect and make the tree safe for the drive home. The owner also made the knot, which was pretty nice, and it was very stable.
日本語上手でしょ？何もしないうちに。あ、違う、後ろこうなんか止まってばもう後ろずれねえから。あ、でも強い。ゆっくり。大丈夫です、大丈夫です。旧道を走ってゆっくり行くんで。 うん、大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。助かります。ね、無理だと思ったもんね。私も無理だと思った。大丈夫かな。
So we've picked up the tree and it's in the back of the car.
They are so nice, no?
So nice, yeah.
So nice. 優しいね。
Like she was also happy, kind of. Like this stuff keeps living.
そうだ
We're happy
ね。
about it, kind of.
She said,
The first real bonsai in our life. Just a huge one suddenly. No, we both immediately looked at each other when we saw the tree and asked, like, can we take it? And we both knew immediately, yeah, okay, that's perfect.
そうだね。そうそうそうそう。
We didn't talk about like, oh, is this really we need or doshio? We just like, okay, that's perfect. Matsu. Probably expensive, right? What's the price of it? What do you think?
いや、so much じゃないなんか。わかんない。If we take care.
If we take care, if we take care, if it's chanto cut, I don't know, what's that like? 10万円?
もったりしそうだよね。
More than 600 euro, $600.
わかんないけどね。
100万円.
ね
In Tokyo, we've
え。
seen
東京
like
だ、東京。
some like crazy expensive restaurant. Well, they have maybe a bigger one even, but I mean that's pretty big, yo. Now it's time to find the right place and put it next to our house, right?
ゆかりも大丈夫だよ。折れちゃいそう、ここ。よくなる。折れた。
折れた？
ブレイクしちゃいそうで。スパイクでね。
よかった。Then, so more this way even. かな。まあこう first.
そうだね。そっちの方がいい。あ、いい感じだね今。
So this bonsai tree is more than just a plant to me. I've been dreaming of having a real bonsai for a long time, and getting this bonsai for free was definitely an opportunity. So for now, we've brought this bonsai home, and honestly it feels more like a beginning of something new. So in the future, we might get more into depth how to take care of this bonsai, and if it's actually possible to make it maybe a very valuable piece again. And before I forget it, let's have a look at the other items inside. So this is actually the shelf I was talking about earlier, which we've gotten from an older woman living next to the people we got the bonsai from. And first she wanted to offer us a bigger shelf, but the bigger shelf doesn't really fit in here. And then we saw this one and I asked her if she's happy to give us this one too. And she was happy. So we've transferred the kimonos, which were in there, into the older shelf and into the bigger shelf, and received this one for free. And it's actually a kimono shelf, right?
It's not kimono shelf.
It's not kimono. It's not a kimono shelf. It's kiridansu. So it's made from parovnia wood, right? So it's very light, very, very light. And also it really easily gets scratches, so I've been at least sanding it a little bit and washed it. And it's very hard to open, but it's a very cool shelf. Opening is still fine. Opening is still fine. Closing is more.
Fine じゃない?
Now it looks so... Yeah, now it's fine. So, like, I think in general this wood is good against insects, right? Insects don't really like this wood, so it's nice to use it as a shelf. Even though when cleaning I found some insects in there. And then the next item It's not a real one, you know? It's not a real one. But I think it's pretty cool. I saw it like on the shelf. There was this room and there were so many things in there in this room, and I looked and I saw it and I asked her, I looked at her and she said, yeah, sure, you can have it. There was a small one too, which I didn't take because Yukari already didn't want me to take this one, but she couldn't say no, so now I have a fake samurai sword, and it's pretty heavy actually. Like it's really heavy. It doesn't cut, but it hurts.
Few days ago のやつ言ったら
Yeah. A few days ago we were in the bed already sleeping, and then we saw like some flashlights outside, and we thought someone is walking around here trying to steal something, and then I took this sword and I went out with it. Yeah, it's fun. I can like and we've been also getting this table here, which was a tree and is now a table. Yeah. Huh? 4 legs. Pretty heavy. Pretty cool. We are pretty lucky here, getting like 3 things. And then the next one, we've been getting another table. Both heavy. Both very unique and cool. In Germany you wouldn't find these tables, right? Because people don't sit on the floor. Is this
It's
like,
too low.
it's too low, right? It's like a nice, but it fits very nice into this tatami room here. No? And then we've been in, like it's a divider. It's like a room divider, or you can like change clothes behind it. What is that actually?
Room divider じゃない
Room divider. Is this? It's for dividing the room. See you in the next one.
終わり
What?